joining me for another episode of Everything Horror. And I'm your host, Ebony Chainsaw, and today we're going to be talking about Terrifier 3. But before we do so, could you please do me a favor and like, share, and subscribe? Thank you so much. So anyway, today I wanted to talk to you about this Terrifier 3 movie. If you've seen 1 and 2, I'm going to tell you 3 is going to be way more than 1 and 2. I mean, it's continuing from part 2 with Sienna and her brother. And, this is like, I think it was like a few years later. Her brother has gotten older. She's going, she's basically just getting out of an institution because of everything that went on with her brother, and Art the Clown. And a lot of people see them as local heroes. Sienna is almost like an urban legend in her community. People know about what happened, but they don't really know, the great details of everything. And she's just getting out of the institution. It's around Christmas time. She hasn't really been able to connect with her brother. He's gotten older and moved on and went into college. And now her uncle and aunt has come and picked her up for the holiday. And, and she has a young cousin that really, really looks up to her and like her for her artistic ability and everything. So she's all happy and giddy that her older cousin is coming to stay with them for the holiday. And, Sienna is still dealing with those demons from her past. All of the loss, all of the trauma and everything is just overwhelming to her. And she's still receiving mental health care, and she's on meds and everything because it just really took a toll on her. And it seems that her brother is just wanting to go on and try to pretend like none of this has happened. But what has happened is that Art the Clown has decided that he is going to come back around Christmas time and try to claim the soul of Sienna. So in this movie, it is just, I have to tell you, there was some hardcore scenes in this film unlike anything I've ever heard in the history of horror. I mean, it was over the top. Art the Clown, he keeps his creepiness. I mean, there was so many cringe moments. And, I'm using my headset because I'm visually impaired, so I'm listening. So I'm like listening to this stuff, and it is so gory. Like, you can hear all the chops and cuts, and you can hear all the blood just oozing in the guts and everything. I mean, it's over the freaking top. And the screams and the tortures and everything. I mean, Art the Clown was so brutal. And I have to tell you, spoiler alert, because I can't talk about this movie and not, excuse me, I cannot talk about this movie and not just, oh my gosh, sometimes even as I'm thinking about this movie, I'm just like, it's just, gag reflexes on point. I don't even know. But as I'm telling you about this movie, spoiler alert. And I think there should be a warning. If you don't like children being taken out, you may not want to see this. Because some kids get taken out in this. It's kind of, it's a little brutal. I'm not saying they really show it or anything, but if you're not really into children being taken out in horror movies, I don't know, it may not be for you. But I don't believe they really showed it, but they showed enough to give you an idea as to what happened. And it's pretty brutal. And also another thing is that if you like gore, you have to like gore plus out of this world gore, like hardcore gore. If you're not a hardcore gore person, this movie also is not for you. It probably would have been nice for them to have some type of warning on the movie, just saying warning, if you're with child, something like that to give people a heads up. It would be nice because it was pretty brutal. Now me, back in the day when I could eat a sandwich and watch this stuff, but you know, everybody's not that way. So as a courtesy, I will let you know, do not go see Terrifier 3 if you're not into extreme gore. This movie is not for you. But if you love extreme gore, this movie is perfect for you. I mean, it is so messed up. I can't even, oh man, I gotta tell you this scene just to give you an understanding. And I don't know, maybe this is, maybe not even the worst, but one of the worst in this movie. But there's like this scene in the movie where the mother, which is Sienna's aunt, is being tortured, and Art the Clown and his minion gets a tube. So he like gets this tube, right? He sticks it down her throat. Then he gets not one, but two freaking rats, and put the rats down the tube. And it's going down her throat. The rats and then he cuts her throat, and the rats come out her throat. And they running all over the floor, and he's stomping at the rats because they're still alive. Now come on, y'all. Y'all know that's messed up. That's the only thing that I'm going to tell you, because it's just going to kind of give you an idea of how hardcore this film is. But, and the thing about it is, it's got a wonderful storyline, because if you're following the storyline, you know, Sienna she was given this photo, and she was created this character by her father that passed away for her to be this angel warrior, you know. So everyone is just really into that storyline and following it, because it's relatively good. And once this film is over, part 3, it can go anywhere. If you look at it, either she can be just crazy, and this is what this whole movie is about, none of it really happened, or all of this is true. And now she was here, and her role was to be a protector, to be an angel warrior, and to save some of her loved ones. And also, without telling you the movie all the way, I want to kind of point out, in my opinion, that I think that her brother is still alive. I'm going to keep that there for those of you who have not seen the film. And I don't know, maybe you'll agree with me. But anyway, I just wanted to put that out there. So now, telling you everything that I've told you about this movie, you know, what I personally think about it, what I've, you know, what I have experienced from this movie and what I thought, I'm going to go ahead and give you an honest review of this movie. So, you know, normally if it's good, it'll get a scream. If it's bad, it's not going to get a scream. So the scream, let's see, bad, good, I would say this movie gets a... To be honest with you, this movie gets 2 thumbs up. 2 thumbs up. Oh my gosh, this movie was off the chain. I loved it. Art the Clown did what he was supposed to do. I know that this is a low budget B-movie film, but to me, he goes with the icons. Jason, Freddy, Chucky, all of them. I mean, this movie was phenomenal. It gave me the action. It gave me the gore. It gave me the terror, the suspense, everything that I've been needing from a horror film within the last, I would say, Terrifier movie. Because these Terrifier movies have really been delivering. I have no qualms about this film. The only thing I can say is, if you do not like extreme gory films, just extreme gore, do not view this film. But if you love that and you're a true horror fanatic, you love horror films, you love feeling scared, and you love the intense, you love your blood just pumping with excitement and fear, see this movie. It delivers. So, anyway, that is my movie review on Terrifier 3. I am so happy that you guys stuck around and listened to what I had to say about it. Until then, this is your host, Ebony Chainsaw, and I'm out. Peace